Here's why Joe Biden is the biggest fraud in history. This video is brought to you by The Tatum Store. The Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live and make a video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Like this video. Comment on this video. Share this video. And make sure you hit that join tab. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to methodically go through it and show you why Joe Biden is the biggest fraud in United States history. And also, I'm going to show you how the media just plays into his bullcrap and they never challenge him. For anybody out here that's saying that the media is fair and that President Trump is bad, I'm gonna let you listen to what Joe Biden said, and you tell me if the media should be pushing back on the things that he's saying. You tell me, is he trying to do anything different than what President Trump has done? But they labeled him a terrorist pretty much for what he's done with COVID, and Joe Biden is doing the same thing. And somehow he's the savior. All right, let's roll this. Let's roll this, because y'all need to see this, because I don't want y'all believing me. I want you to watch it for yourself. CNN, the Cunning News Network. Let's roll this film.
Speaking of Fauci, have you spoken with him yet? If so, have you asked him to stay on?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes.
So Dr. Fauci, who was under President Trump, who Dr. Fauci came out and said out of his own mouth that President Trump listens to all of his guidance, is somehow Trump is the worst person in the world, but he's finna use the same person that Trump used to give guidance in the COVID.
And tell me about the conversation, as he said what more needs to be done from his point of view.
Well, look, my chief of staff has worked with him in the
First of all, he's not gonna be the president, but I just want y'all to see how whack the media is.
last crisis. He's been talking to him all the time, Ron Klain. I talked to him today. We spoke today at 3 o'clock. My COVID team met with him. I asked him to stay on in the exact same role he's had for the past several presidents.
So if he's good enough for Biden, then how is that a bad position or a bad pick by President Trump? How? They don't push back on him. They don't say nothing about that. They just let him go on and ramble on with his senile brain.
And I asked him to be a chief medical advisor for me as well and be part of the COVID team. And so what has to be done is we have to make it clear to the American people that the vaccine is safe when it occurred, when that is determined.
Explain to me, how is this any different than what Trump has done? Trump actually, his administration developed the vaccine. I don't agree with the vaccine. I don't think nobody should take it. But how are you on television claiming that you're going to do something better than the previous president, and you're on here talking about the very vaccine that was developed under the Trump administration? You're not doing anything different. You're not the solution. And they know you're not the solution, but they're not going to push back on you. Keep rolling.
And number two, you have to make sure, as he points out, you don't have to close down the economy like a lot of folks are talking about now.
Like California, like New York, like New Mexico, like many of these other liberal states, you don't have to close down the economy. What do you think they're doing right now, Joe? Get out from under that rock. What do you think they're doing right now? California just said complete shutdown of the entire state. You don't have to shut down the economy?
Now, if in fact you have clear guidance and you're able to say to businesses, okay, for example, bars and restaurants are going to close, but we're going to provide you the wherewithal to not lose your business. Like,
just talk. It's all talk. Just had a dude out in, and I believe it was New York, that came out and said, look, you shut my business down. You guys are not giving us stimulus checks. You guys are sending this money and printing trillions of dollars and giving it to the ultra wealthy people and giving it to these big businesses, lobbyists that you are pretty much in bed with. You're not giving it to the little people. They're going completely out of business. This is just talk. But they won't press them on it.
Like the House had passed, and we're going to be able to reopen. We're going to be able to reopen in time and not to close down for long periods of time. We talked about
not to close down for long periods of time. Under Trump's administration, and you claim that he did it wrong, all of these people are claiming that he did it wrong. We've been shut down now for like 7 months, 9 months. So are you going to do better than that? Oh, but you're not going to shut anything down. I'll let him finish.
Masking. It is important that we, in fact, the president and the vice president, we set the pattern by wearing masks.
But explain to me this. They set the pattern by wearing masks. Somebody's manning the camera. Some people are back behind stage. They're social distancing. Why aren't they wearing masks? If this is acceptable to just simply social distance, then why do people have to wear a mask in the first place? They can just social distance. And if social distance isn't enough, it doesn't matter when they're talking because they can pull the mask down when they get ready to speak. She should have a mask on. He should have a mask on. He should have a mask on. When they start talking, they pull the mask down, pull the mask back up. If COVID was that bad, this is a dang near an 80-year-old man. It's already got dementia senile, in my personal opinion. And they don't got no mask on. But they're telling you to wear a mask. Come on.
But beyond that, where the federal government has authority, I'm going to issue a standing order that in federal buildings you have to be masked. And
they're not masked in federal buildings? They're not masked in federal buildings? Go to a federal building right now and show me where you can go in a federal building without wearing a mask. Okay.
in transportation, interstate transportation.
Interstate transportation, federally owned. I know he's not talking about people driving in their own car on the highways and byways and have to wear a mask. Federal transportation, meaning that if you're driving on something that's owned by the government and it's supplemented by the government and it's transportation, that you have to wear a mask on it. Show me anywhere. Uber, these are private sector companies. Uber, Lyft, show me one of these things where you don't have to wear a mask. Okay.
You must be masked in airplanes and buses.
Airplanes. Where can you fly on an airplane? Which airplane company allows you to fly without wearing a mask? Unless you're flying private. Which airplane company? Joe? Oh, okay. You're doing something way different than what Trump is already doing. What's already happening. You're way behind the curve, bro.
Et cetera. And so it's a matter of, and I think my inclination, Jake, is on the first day I'm inaugurated to say I'm going to ask the public for 100 days.
Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. When I get inaugurated, I'm going to ask for 100 days. What is even the point of 100 days? Y'all said 2 weeks just not too long ago, and it ended up being 9 months. You're saying after you're inaugurated, you're going to say 100 days after that. Why can't the 100 days be now? Why can't you? Because listen, this is how these people are so fraud, and I don't understand how we don't get it at this point. The president of the United States cannot make states shut down anything. They cannot make states mandate anything. So you're saying you're going to ask the public. You can ask the public right now, as you're sitting here on television, your 100 days can start right now. Since you're so confident that you're the president-elect and you're going to be the president, why can't your 100 days start right now? It's because they're lying. They want control. They're lying to you. They're going to get in office and they're going to say 100 days. 100 days is going to turn to 100 years. That's what's going to happen to you. And no, I'm exaggerating, not 100 years, but 100 days is going to be way more than 14 days to slow the spread because they have no plan. The 100 days is not even scientifically proven that anything's going to happen in 100 days. If the virus upticks or if it downticks in 100 days, what are you going to do? Nothing? You just got the arbitrary number of 100 just to be having it? Come on, y'all. Come on.
To mask. Just 100 days to mask. Not forever, 100 days. And I think we'll see a significant reduction if we occur that, if that occurs with vaccinations and masking to drive down the numbers.
Evil, man. These people are evil. They lying. I don't know how people fall for it at this point. 100 days worth of masks, and I think we'll drop. We already are wearing masks. And if you and when you're president, it's not like people gonna just start putting masks on that ain't wearing them now. It's not gonna happen. You're using leverage of fear to make people do what you want them to do. You want to say, I'm going to shut your business down forever. You're going to go out of business if you don't wear a mask for 100 days. Even if it works or it don't work, it doesn't matter. You're going to do what I tell you to do, or we're going to shut your business down. This is the government. This is government tyranny that we talk about. This is why the First and Second Amendment are so important, because they begin to do these things arbitrarily to control you. It has nothing to do with the virus. If that was the case, he'd have a mask on right now. He could talk through the mask. I've seen people do it often. But he don't have a mask on because he don't care. And in my last video, I showed you all those Democrats that are violating, that got caught violating their own restrictions. It's a lie, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fall for it. These people are lying. They want to control you. They don't care nothing about a virus. This virus been here since last December. They don't care. Donald Trump is doing everything and probably even more than what Joe Biden is even talking about doing. and they're acting like he's a savior and Donald Trump is bad. Ask yourself why. We already know they lying. The question is, why are they lying? What are they trying to accomplish? But I could talk about this for 3 or 4 more hours. But I want you to watch the rest of my videos. Comment in the comment section. Is B. Tatum tripping or am I on to something? Like and subscribe to the channel. Visit TatumReport.com where you get all the real news. No fake news at Tatum Report. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.